Now that is what I call a fantastic dish. Now this is one of those dishes that isn't going to slice, it's going to come out with a spoon. It's going to go all over. Get it on your plate, enjoy the comfort food. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. I'm making a proper sausage and pasta bake using this. A tin of tomato soup. No cream, no fancy sauces, no fancy anything. A bog standard, fantastic flavoured sausage bake, sausage pasta bake. Bit of garlic, bit of onion, little bit of cheese, some mixed herbs, some stock, a bit of tomato puree. That is it. I've got a pan of boiling water on behind me. We're going to chuck the pasta in. We're going to cook it till about a minute under the time on the packet. And we're going to crack on. We're also going to make a garlic bread slice. Now I've got a couple of slices of crusty bread because I make my own bread. This is an addition to this because if that's on in there, we might as well throw that in there as well. Okay, let's crack on. Pan of boiling water, salt, pasta, stir, back on to boil. In here, I've been melting some butter. Now we're going to make garlic bread slice, so in there with just a little, we don't need much, little bit of garlic. We're going in there with some garlic powder. Now it's going to look clumpy to start off with, but it is going to rehydrate in there. Why are we using garlic powder? Because it's more intense. It's got a fabulous flavour. And we want a little pinch of herbs. We want to herb it up. This is Italian herbs. We're going to stick with the same theme. We're going to use Italian herbs here. Okay, and then you just want to stir it in and we leave it. Okay, all that's going to come together in there. And this is a fantastic garlic butter spread. That is done. Just leave it. Grab a pan. Get a pan on and we are going to boil the sausages. So we've got water in there, we've got a little bit of oil in there. Oil is going to fry off the sausages when the water evaporates. Sausages of choice, anything. Why do we do this? Because it pumps up the filling inside, maximizing our sausage. It cooks it all the way through. We're boiling it and then we fry it off for colour. There you go. Nice and gently, just keep turning them round. Don't pop them. If they pop, that's okay, but don't pop them if you can. Because what's happening is it's pumping up inside with the filling. They're going to stay really juicy. Now they can pop, it depends on the sausage skins that they've used. Okay, when your water has nearly evaporated, you're down to the oil. And whatever's coming out of these sausages. So we want a nice little browning on there. You don't have to completely brown them all over, just put a bit of colour on there. Okay, when you've got a little bit of browning on those sausages, out they come. Just put them on a board, we're going to slice them. There you go. In there, onions. Oven on about 180. A nice little bit of softening on these onions. Don't worry if it takes all that fond off the bottom of there and goes on the onion, it doesn't matter. Clear yourself a space in there with your garlic. Nice little 30 seconds on that garlic in there, and then stir it in. In it goes. What a fabulous smell. For me, a pinch of Italian herbs. Now, we're not using salt. Sausages have salt in, and I'm using stock. You can use pork stock, pork cube, or chicken stock, entirely up to you. I'm using chicken stock because I have it, and that is in there. Fabulous smell there. We want some tomato puree, tomato paste, about a good tablespoon. Stir it in, and we want this in here for about a minute actually. Cook off some of that sourness of that tomato paste. I'm going to chuck our soup in here. Want a little bit of sweet paprika and a little bit of black pepper. We'll stir through. Now we're getting a really thick, lush sauce in there, our soup. Stir that in. And now we've got a lush, thick tomato sauce. I'm going to add about half a cup of water, about 120 mils. If not, that is going to be really strong. Nice little stir in. Got a fabulous sauce going on there. Now this is open to chili flakes, anything that you like really. Just put it in. Drained pasta in there. Whew, that's hot. Now we're not going to cook this in here. We're going to turn it off once we've stirred it all through. We're going to chop the sausages and they're going in there. Just stir it in. What we're doing is we're working out how wet this is going to be, just in case we have to add a little bit more water. We want a nice tomato sauce, but this baking in the oven is going to take some of this fluid away. So we do either use the pasta water, put in some more stock, or a little bit more water. Up to you. And you know, some people might want to add milk, but we're not making it milky this time. We want that intense tomato flavour. Let's get that in there. So I think we've got enough fluid there. That is done. We need to cut those sausages. Come on. Nothing complicated. We are just slicing. Now you can slice this into coins as big or as small as you like. You know, if you want big chunks of sausage in there, slice away and then just chuck that in there. And as you look here, look, this is cooked. Done a great job. Come on, just bring it in. We've got some fantastic sausage there. You know, to be quite honest, you could just eat this like this, couldn't you? Let's put it together. Bring in a tray. Suitable dish that you're going to use. And it's easy, isn't it? It's chuck all that in there. Try and even out your sausages a little bit if you can. And then everybody gets a scoop. On there, some cheese. Cheese of choice, this is cheddar. And a little bit of parmesan. On there. Whack that in your oven, 20-25 minutes. Okay, while that's baking away in there, we can prep this up. We've got a couple of slices of crusty bread here. Okay, now our mix, you can either brush it on to get your nice garlic flavour, or you can put it on with a spoon. It's entirely up to you. Now, if you've used salted butter, you will not need to add any salt to this. If you've used unsalted butter like me, I'm going to do that. And we're going to put a little bit of Parmo on there. And that is ready to go, okay? We're just going to wait for about the last 8 minutes of that cooking in there, and we're going to chuck that in alongside. Okay, it's a straightforward one. We are just going to turn that pasta around and bung in our garlic bread. There you go. Garlic bread alongside. That's going to crusty up in there. Okay, when you've had your time, that can come out of there. Look at that pasta bake. Oh yeah. Now that is what I call a fantastic dish. A little bit of parsley on there, come on. Now this is one of those dishes that isn't going to slice, it's going to come out with a spoon. It's going to go all over. Get it on your plate, enjoy the comfort food. On there, come on, look at that lot. Sensational. A little bit of Parmo, come on. A little bit more of that parsley. A little bit of garlic bread, come on. On there. You know, and a little bit of greenery on there's not going to hurt, is it? There you go. I told you I'm making a proper sausage pasta bake. Using a tin of soup, there's no cream, there's no fancy sauce. It's just that tin. It's ridiculously good. And we've got some quick garlic bread. Look at that. It doesn't get much simpler than that, really. It's a fantastic pasta bake. We've got all that tomatoey pasta in there. Very intense, beautiful tomato flavour. Flavoured up with our onion, garlic and our herbs. Perfectly balanced. We haven't used any salt. We just use the chicken stock and the soup. It's delicious. And the sausages, come on, the sausages are perfectly cooked. Garlic bread, we use crusty bread. You can see the garlic butter flavour has gone all the way into there, look. That is sensational garlic bread, easy to do. Oh man, that is delicious. Oh yeah. There you go, that's a comfort food package right there, so easy to do, fabulous, you know, no fancy sauces. This is absolutely sensational. We got the sausage in there. Obviously you can change out what you want. You know, you've got the basic pasta base. We've cheesed it up a bit on there, and we've got this very quick, fantastic garlic bread. That is a perfect dish to put on the table any day of the week. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends, tell them how easy it is to make this. If you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. Oh, that's sensational.